Hi, and welcome to themoviesummary.com. And today we are going to be talking about the summary of The House of the Dragon, Episode 3. Let's start! This episode is called Second of His Name. The episode started with fleets in fire with a man wounded and enraged. Here, the crab feeder, Prince Drahar, is torturing one of Lord Corlys' men, nailing his hand to a wood and feeding him to crabs alive. A dragon then appeared, burning Prince Drahar's men. It appears that it is Daemon's dragon. Daemon is calling for Drahar and threatening him to feed him and his own crabs, while Drahar is hiding inside his cave upon the arrival of Daemon to protect himself. Meanwhile, the royal family and the nobles are having a grand celebration, celebrating the second birthday of King's son from Lady Alison, twist of the Queen, Queen Alison. Yes, they have a son named Prince Aegan. While the celebration was going on, a servant kept reporting to the king about the happenings in the stepstones with the crab feeders. A war led by Lord Corlys of House Valyrian and Prince Daemon, on which in the report they are in the losing side. But the king showed no interest. Instead, he kept asking where Princess Rhaenyra is, who can't be found in this celebration. Well, the princess is found under the weirwood tree, reading a book while the servant, Samuel, is singing a song for her, and asking him to repeat the same song when the song ends. The now Queen Alicent, pregnant, came to fetch Princess Rhaenyra and convinced her to join his father in the feast. She refused to do so until she considers the invitation a command from the king. Queen Alicent wished to reconcile with her, but she was very cold and distant to her former best friend, as she felt betrayed and disappointed upon the marriage of her best friend and her father. The royal family then ride in a carriage towards the place where the king will do hunting as part of the tradition in honor of the young Prince Aegan. He tried to convince Princess Rhaenyra to join him, but she refused and showed great disapproval of joining the hunting tradition, as she doesn't feel comfortable killing deers. People, including the nobles and the council, welcomed them warmly in the hunting site. People were hailing Prince Aegan, second of his name, while the princess remained in the carriage, feeling distress hearing the loud cheers outside. The princess then met Lord Jason Lannister, the Lord of Castle Rock, who initiated a talk with her with a wine. The princess then learned that she was being promised to him to be his lady wife, and that same didn't please Princess Rhaenyra, so she stormed inside towards her father, the king. She's very angry, confronting him of how she's being sold off to a man without her knowing. The king insisted that he tried to talk to her about the marriage matter, but she's not giving any attention to it. They had heated confrontation in front of people about duties and responsibilities being a royal, until they were being interrupted by Sir Otto. Before he asked the matter to Sir Otto, he clearly directed Princess Rhaenyra that she must marry. Sir Otto reported that there's been a sighting of a white hart, a symbol of royalty. In honor of Prince Aegon's name day, they must hunt and kill this. The princess went out very furious and rode her horse in haste. Sir Criston Cole saw her and rushed to follow her, since she doesn't listen to him calling. He rushed to stop the princess' horse before it could run through a lake. When Sir Criston Cole was able to stop her, she then shared her distressed heart to the knight about her father marrying her off. Sir Criston Cole joked of killing Jason Lannister, and that calmed the princess, and they decided not to go back to the camp since it is a beautiful day. Sir Criston Cole then shared being betrothed to common girls because his name is not high enough, and he thanked the princess for choosing him as the king's knight, as it gives pride to the family. He owes the princess a big one. Back in the camp, Lord Jason Lannister gifted the king a spear forged in golden gallery in honor of Prince Aegon. He then expressed his interest in marrying Princess Rhaenyra, stating that he offers him strength, but the king found him arrogant, as what Princess Rhaenyra mentioned in the argument. He then insulted Lord Jason Lannister that the House Targaryen don't need any strength from them, for theirs is enough. He made the king more angry when he mentioned that he will stand by Princess' side when she lost a position as the heir, since Prince Aegon is expected to heir the throne as the firstborn son. The king made it clear to him that he did not choose Princess Rhaenyra out of whim. His hand, Sir Otto, then joined the king, suggesting that there is another option for Princess' marriage, and it is to marry her younger brother, Prince Aegon, a 2-year-old boy. We all know that Prince Aegon is Sir Otto's grandson, for the Queen Alicent, is his daughter. The king just laughed about the idea, saying that the boy just turned 2 years old, and he just wants Princess Rhaenyra to be happy. The king then got angry at his hand, insisting this political thing in the day of celebration. Lord Lionel Strong informed the king about the prince's whereabouts and then shared his thoughts about the marriage of Princess Rhaenyra. He is still up to the idea of joining the House Targaryen and House Valerian. He proposed that the princess should marry the son of Lord Corlys. For the same reason, they could make a very strong match. Back in the forest, the princess and Sir Crichton are resting in the night. A wild boar then attacked them. It attacked the princess further, and she hatefully killed it using her dagger. In the deep of the night, Queen Alison joined the king in front of a big campfire. He seemed distressed and talking about how his vision destroyed him and his former family. The vision that shows a son from his blood and heir will be born, wearing a conqueror's crown. This became his obsession, he admits, an obsession that kills Princess Rhaenyra's mother, the dead queen. In the morning, the king with his men went to the deep forest to kill a deer. It was not the White Hart, for they weren't able to follow the traces of it. The king then killed the deer using the spear Lord Jason Lannister gifted him. On the other side of the forest, the White Hart appeared to Princess Rhaenyra. As Sir Crichton was ready to kill it, she stopped him. Back in the camp, Princess Rhaenyra got the attention of everybody as she walks the way covered with blood, bringing the boar that she killed. In the palace, the queen received an audience. Her father, the hand of the king, Sir Otto Hightower. He insisted that Prince Aegan is the true heir of the throne. The queen didn't agree, and she believed that Princess Rhaenyra will be a great queen, the leader of the kingdom. But Sir Otto insisted that Prince Aegan should be the heir, and she must convince the king to transfer the inheritance to Prince Aegan. The queen then visited the king's chamber to discuss about Prince Aegan, but then the talk turned to Princess Rhaenyra. She talked some sense to the king that the princess should marry according to her will and liking. At the same time, she saw the letter from Daemon, asking for help for they are losing the war against the crab feeders. The king did not intend to help, but the queen was able to convince him to send aid and save his brother. That morning, the king sent a messenger to Daemon to bring the letter about the help coming. Princess Rhaenyra entered the room and had a talk with her father. They had confrontation about her thoughts that the king will replace her as the heir, but the king assured her that it's not going to happen. And as for her marriage, she advised her that she should marry, multiply and strengthen her claim, but she can marry according to her choosing and liking, not arranged marriage. It pleases the princess. Now, going back to the stepstones, the Valyrians were having a plan on how to have the crab feeders come out of their caves. They are planning to have a bait to have the crab feeders get out from their cave, but the question is, who will it be? Lord Corlys' brother insisted that it should be Daemon. He should be the bait. They blamed Daemon for this war, the losing war. They claim that the king will never help them, even if his brother Daemon is there. Daemon then came with his dragon. He was fighting the crab feeders from the other side of the island. As they speak, the messenger from King's Landing came with a letter of help coming. Now we can see that Daemon is sailing alone to the crab feeders' territory. He is waving the white flag, a symbol of defeat and surrender. He is surrounded by Cregan Drahar's men. It is also seen that he is giving up his sword. As an enemy approached him to get his sword, he launched an attack alone. Everybody is approaching him, but he is a skilled warrior. He managed to have the crab feeders hiding inside the cave get out and attack him. The other group of enemies, the archers, at the top is also aiming at him. Daemon was left alone, hit by several arrows. As the enemies are coming out to the cave excited to feed him to the crabs surrounding him, a dragon appeared and put the enemies on fire as the other soldiers approached to attack. Cregan Drahar seemed to be escaping, but Daemon followed him. At the last part of the show, half of his body was dragged by Daemon out of the cave, while Daemon is covered with blood.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please support this channel by clicking the subscribe button. Thank you and see you in the next episode.